Good morning, guys. It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So today our video is going to be based off of macros. Yesterday I was sitting with a client and I was trying to explain some stuff, and it came out pretty easy yesterday, so I'm going to make a solid attempt to do so again today. Excuse me. So first of all, if you are new here, please like, share, and comment and subscribe and hit the notification section because it helps us immensely. Excuse me. Every time I start to make a video, I start to not be able to talk or breathe or anything like that. So I apologize in advance. So if you are new here, go check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for Healthy Life, and also on Instagram at One Big Impact. So if you are trying to achieve something, you may be overwhelmed by the idea of macros or what your calories are supposed to be or anything like that. And in my personal opinion, it kind of depends on what route you're going to take. So a lot of people out there that follow me are Atkins or keto or low carb. And your macro split for that would be something along these lines. So it'd be like 75, or let's say 70, 25, 5. Okay, so you have 70% fat, 25% protein, and 5% carbs. Okay, so what does that mean? That is our little split right there. You see that? Can you see that? 75, 25, it's reversed, of course. So if you have 2,000 calories, so you have 2,000 calories per day. Okay, so go ahead and get a piece of paper and put this down, because this is the single most important thing to be able to achieve your goals, whether they are weight loss or whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. So you have 2,000 calories is your daily allotted. So 70% of that is going to be fat. Okay, so 70% of 1,000 is what? 700. So 700 and 700, because of 1,000 and 1,000, is going to be 1,400. So 1,400 calories from fat. 25% of calories, 25% of 1,000 is what? 250. 250 and 250 is what? 500. So now you're at 1,400 calories for fat, 500 calories for protein, and you have what? 100 calories left. Doesn't seem like a lot, right? So 100 calories for carbohydrates. That's why you're looking to eat low carbohydrate or low calorie, high dense or high volume foods like lettuce, cucumbers, anything that's low carb, cauliflower, broccoli, different things like that. So pretty easy to understand. And you might be thinking, what is the macro split off of that? So how many grams when you drop it down to grams? Okay, so 25% protein. So if we do 1,400 from fat, that's going to be 9. Okay, so, and I'll explain this in a minute. 9 calories per gram. So if you have 1,400 divided by 9, that's 155 grams of fat, okay? Or 1,400 grams of fat. It's 155.55, but it's fine. And then if we have 500 divided by 4, it's 125 grams of protein. And then if you do 100 divided by 4, it's 25 grams of carbohydrates. So to explain this, and I wish you could see this in not reverse. I wonder if you can see through it. No, you can't. So if you have a 2,000 calorie a day diet, you have 70% fat, 25% protein, and 5% carbohydrates, which equals out 1,400 calories in fat, 500 calories in protein, and 100 calories in carbohydrates, which also equals out to 155 grams of fat, 125 grams of protein, and 25 grams of carbohydrates. Does that make sense? So that would be your macro split for something where you are eating 2,000 calories a day. And you might be thinking, well, what are my calories? So if you are not somebody that needs 2,000 calories, or you need 1,300 calories or something like that, you need to go to bmrcalculator.net to kind of see what your BMR is, your basal metabolic rate, the calories you need to be able to sustain just being here. You can put in if you're exercising or anything like that, and whatever it pumps out, I would start it like your BMR. If you're trying to lose weight, start at your BMR. If it says like 1,600 calories or something like that, the easiest way to be able to do it is grab your calculator and you say 1,600 times 0.70 is going to give you the percent. So right there. Is it going to focus? I don't think so. Maybe it will. The last minute? Nothing? There you go. 1,600 times 0.70 gives you 1,120 calories. Does that make sense? So 1,120 calories would be your 70% fat. So hopefully, and then to make that one step further, you would go 1,120 divided by 9, 124 grams of fat. So hopefully that's not too much information. Now, if you're not keto or you are doing macros based on like bodybuilding, meaning you want to prioritize protein, you want to have carbs in the gym to be able to get energy, or you're a performance athlete, or you're doing sports and stuff like that, or you're doing lots of hiking or anything like that, you can split it up differently. So if you are going to do something like 2,000 calories, and I'd use that because it's a round number, it's easier to listen to. If you are going to, you're gonna break this up a little bit differently, okay? So how you would do this would be pretty simple, but it's a little bit different. So you're going to prioritize protein first. Instead of doing a specific macro split, you're going to split them based up on who you are as a person. So say you're a 200-pound guy. So a 200-pound guy would start with 200 grams of protein, okay? So I would do 200 grams of protein. 200 times 4 calories per gram is what? 2 times 4 is what? 800. So 800 calories and protein. So it's not a percent, okay? It's just protein, if that makes sense. And then we have out of those, so 200 or 2,000 minus 800 means we have 1,200 calories left. And then you want to do about roughly 20 to 30% of your calories through fat for proper hormone production and stuff like that. And remember, you're going to be a carb burner, not a fat burner if you're doing this. So if we're going to do 30% of 2,000, that comes out to 600 calories, okay? So we'll say fat, 600. Wait. Let me see. Let me make sure. 2,000 times 0.30. Yep, 600 divided by 9. 66 grams of fat. 66 grams of fat. And then whatever's left, so we have 800, 600. So that's 1,400. So you have 600 calories left for carbohydrates. So 600 Calories divided by 150 grams divided by 4 is 150 grams. So your macro split is going to be 66 grams of fat, 200 grams of protein, and 150 grams of carbohydrates. So an idea of your macro split for like keto or Atkins or something like that is going to be, and you could do like modified keto or something like that where you raise your protein or something like that. So, but 2,000 calorie a day diet on both. For Atkins or keto, it'd be 155 grams of protein, 155 grams of fat, 125 grams of protein, and 25 grams of carbs. If you're doing like more bodybuilding split and you want to preserve muscle and you want to, in my opinion, probably do the smarter way because you have more to pull through over time, it would be 66 grams of fat, 200 grams of protein, and 150 grams of carbohydrates. Now, why I feel like it's a better idea for a lot of people to start with higher is you don't see a lot of movement faster. You have a lot more to work with. So your carbohydrates are higher and your fats are lower. So as you start to not see movement, you can slowly bring down your carbohydrates and bring up your fat. So you have a lot more wiggle room to be able to do an inverse relationship. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I hope that kind of cleared it up. If you need macros specifically for your body, for you, I will give you a macro split for $15 if you don't want to do it. If you just say, hey, what should my macro split be or whatever, I will start it and then I will adjust it every time for $15. So it's pretty easy. Also, if you want a meal plan, I do 8-week meal plans for $80. I do online personal training. I do take-as-you-go personal training plans. I do in-person personal training. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much. I hope that helps. Bye.